So I was watching my cat, his name's Kit Kat, take a nap over here. And I just started thinking to myself, like, what kind of story, what kind of lesson can I learn from him just taking a nap? And I wrote down a few things right here. And it started with the cat has no ruler. They do as they please. They have lots of rest time, but they play hard. Food and water are staples of their day. They always expect it. They know that they need to eat, they need to drink. They don't have to think about it. What appears to us humans as laziness is actually just in their DNA. They're literally wired to do this kind of stuff at 10 in the morning. And for some reason, as humans, we've normalized this feeling of like being robots almost, kind of slaves in the workforce, where we're just expected to work nonstop and be as efficient as possible. And everything is about increasing the profits of already rich people. And it got me thinking like, we're sold this lie where we're told if we keep slicing away at the pie, we'll end up with a bigger slice at the end of the day. But the only problem is they keep baking more pies. And so, yeah, we might end up with a larger slice, but relatively speaking, compared to what we had already, we might have the same or even less. And that's kind of a parallel between working extremely hard and inflation. The rates of inflation are going so high because they keep printing more and more money and people have to work harder and harder, but at the end of the day, they're not coming out ahead. It's not a world where hard work or harder work is going to give you more money. It's just not like that anymore. Things have changed a lot. And it's because these people that are already very wealthy, these billionaire CEOs and executives, they're the ones getting all of the money at the end of the day. The profits are increasing, the productivity is increasing year over year, and their paychecks are going up, but the workers are not. At the end of the day, we're just kind of cogs in the machine. We're little worker bees there to increase their profits. And so now that AI is so powerful, these same greedy CEOs are going to just replace humans with robots that can produce faster, more efficiently. They never get tired, and they're also cheaper. So their profits are going to increase exponentially. They're going to get way wealthier at the end of the day. But with that free time, humans are just going to get sucked into consumerism. You're going to be watching 4-hour live streams on Twitch while you order DoorDash and you goon to Sophie Rain on OnlyFans. That's not human. That's not how humans were meant to live, right? Like we're supposed to be working towards something, have a purpose, have some sort of passion to go towards. But this day and age, it just feels like it's non-existent. But because of all these external circumstances that make us feel lazy, that make us do lazy things, people are like, well, this generation doesn't want to work. This generation's just lazy. But that's not true. Like people want to have a purpose, but they can't find purpose. There's no meaning behind anything anymore. And so like these companies, they steal your life force, your energy, your creativity, and they squeeze you completely dry so that they can increase their profits. And at the end of the day, you're left with nothing and you're reliant on their system, so you never fight back, you never revolt. So I think it's time that we stand up for ourselves. And I'm not talking in like a deadly revolution or anything like that, but we're just done with this BS, this nonsense. Like everybody knows that the world is a mess. It's not how it's supposed to be. We need to be creative as humans. We got to create with purpose, with intention, and stop just being these slaves to these other people that don't care about us. Because at the end of the day, these rich people are doing it just so that they can have more and more and more and more. They're greedy. What if we just took the power out of their hands? Because as this continues, it's going to be like AI employees have AI bosses, and like the consumers are also going to be AI. So there's going to be like this loop of like AI. And I'm thinking like if humans just like created on their own, they just dropped out of the system. They're just like, no, we're not doing this anymore. And we left these people to playing with their AI robots. I feel like they might crumble. They might decay. And the power would be back into the everyday man's hands. We get rid of this. We go back to how we're supposed to be living in like a creative bubble. To me, that sounds awesome. And if you want more content just like this, if you want to hear more ideas just like this, subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video.